What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. Now in this video I'm going to be talking about my top 3 net 30 trade line vendor accounts. Okay, so if you're someone looking to build business credit, or maybe you're currently doing it but you're looking for more accounts to add onto your business credit, then this is definitely a video for you, so stay tuned. Now you guys have heard me say it time and time again why I think it's so beneficial for you to build business credit. There's a lot of people who, especially people who have small businesses, who don't really think much of getting business credit until they're in a situation where they need business credit, right? I always say, I think business credit is for people who are looking to grow their business, not build their business, right? So if you're in a situation where you're just starting, yeah, it might not make sense for you to, leverage credit, but you want to start building it now as your business is growing. That way, whenever, or as you're laying down the groundwork for your business, that way, once your business is actually at a point where you're trying to scale, you have the credit available to you. That way you can leverage that credit to grow even faster. Okay. And that's really why I kind of started my building business credit series, which I'll touch on here in a little bit. But one thing I do recommend, guys, is start as early as you can. Okay, so that's why I think it's great that you're even taking the time to watch this video. Alrighty, so again, that's going to be probably the biggest part of it. I'm not at all advocating that you use credit to start a business. I think that's a bad idea. I think you should only use it to grow a business. Okay, so when you're starting a business, it's probably best to use your own cash. That way, you're not stuck in debt off of an idea. I'd rather see you start a business on your cash. If it doesn't work out, then you can just reset, right? Start saving money again, and then try to launch another business. And the stuff that you're going to learn on the first business is stuff that you're going to be able to leverage whenever you go into the next one, right? And now, before I actually jump into the net accounts, one thing I do want to say is you want to make sure that you set up your credit profile correctly. Okay, I even had issues with that myself when I was first starting off. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, or you haven't started your business credit yet, then check out my Building Business Credit series. It's where I'm literally showing you step by step as I've built my business credit. I'll link to it down below so you guys can check it out. But that's going to kind of give you guys a little bit of the groundwork of what I've done and what I recommend that you do as you're trying to get into business credit. Now, when it comes to these net 30 accounts that I'm going to talk about today, they are reporting to at least one of the 3 biggest business credit bureaus. Okay, first one being Duns and Bradstreet. That's really my preferred choice. If I can find a company that's reporting to Duns and Bradstreet, they're going to always be my first choice. But there's also 2 other ones, right? There's Experian Business and Equifax Business. Those are the other 2 as well. Okay, so these trade lines are reporting to at least one of them. Some of them are reporting to more than one of them. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into it. Now, the first one I wrote down is going to be Quill. Okay, and these are in no specific order. These are just the top 3 in general. Okay, the first one's going to be Quill. They're just an office supply website. They were bought by Office Depot. So that's one thing that really stood out to me, is they're kind of, they're backed by a bigger brand. So they're going to be a lot more reliable. These guys are reporting to Duns and Bradstreet. Okay. And, as of me shooting this video, when I try to set up with them or try to get a net account with them, they told me that they currently didn't allow you to get net terms until about 3 months from whenever you actually set up your first order. Okay, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to mention them first, is because I think you should already, if you're planning on using them, already get set up a minimum order, or just go get an order through them. That way you can just wait out the 3 months and then get the account. Okay, now in terms of my journey and how it happened, is I spoke with I set up an account, and I placed an order, and then I ended up, after I placed the order, I spoke with a rep actually on via their chat, and she told me that they didn't offer net terms until the 90 days. Okay, and then literally, I think it was like 2 weeks later or something, I think I had placed another order or something, but I reached out to their customer service line and I told them I needed net terms, and then we even set up another order over the phone with net terms. And you guys can give it a try. Now, you can try that technique out and see if it works for you. What ended up happening for me was I ended up receiving an email from Quill telling me that I didn't get approved. Okay, now it might have just been during the times, because this was the end of 2020. Okay, so with how everything was with the whole pandemic and the the economy, the world, what was going on in the world and everything at the time. Maybe they were trying to be more stringent, so you guys might actually be in a better situation, okay? So you guys can try that method out, okay? But it didn't work out for me, and it ended up getting rejected. But at the same time, I was actually, I'm sure I can qualify for it now. I ended up not signing up for it because I had already applied for a few other Net 30 accounts, 2 of which I'm gonna mention here as well, the other 2 that I'm gonna talk about. And I started looking into, business credit cards, okay? So I shot videos on 2 different business credit cards. It's the Wells Fargo card and the DIVVY card. I'll link to those down below. You can check out the reviews on those cards. And they were business credit cards that Alstra report as well. So it actually worked out perfectly for me. Now, the second Net 30 account that I have on my list is Uline, okay? Now, Uline is just a shipping supplies company, or sort of a shipping supplies company. It seems like that's how they got started. And then now they're kind of, adding more to their product lines, okay? And they report to Duns & Bradstreet and Experian Business, okay? Now, what you got to do with them is you have to just register an account. I was able to just place an order with them and was able to select Net 30 terms literally right out on the checkout page. There was nothing more that I needed to do. It's a really simple process. And so this is actually my favorite Net 30 account, Uline, because they just made the process so easy. Didn't really ask any additional information. Right on the checkout page, you have the option for net terms, and boom, from there you can literally pay up to 30 days from whenever you place your order. Now, again, guys, make sure that one thing I probably should touch on is make sure that you're paying these early, not at the due date, because if you remember correctly, especially with Duns & Bradstreet, your paydex score, you want to try to pay those as early, pay your net term accounts as early as possible, because that's going to give you a higher rating, a higher paydex score, okay, which looks really favorable whenever you're trying to apply for other credit accounts. All right, now my last account that I had was Crown Office Supplies. Now, Crown Office Supplies is just like an office supply store. I look at these guys as they're more similar to, if you've heard about my videos about like the store cards that I have, like the My Jewelers Club, New Coast Direct, things like that. They're pretty much really similar to that. It's essentially the same thing, right? And the good thing about them is they're pretty much doing that. What happens on the personal side, they're doing it for business. And the benefit too of these guys is they report to all the major credit bureau agencies, okay, even some smaller ones. Like they report to Duns & Bradstreet, Experian, Equifax, companies like Credit Safe, SBFE, and the NACM, okay? So those are quite a few of them that they report to. Now, that's the plus side of it, right? The one caveat that I do have with it is that you do have to pay an annual fee with these guys. You got to pay $99 annual fee for the Net 30 terms account or application. And I decided to move forward with the account, and you have to pay that $99 as well as you have to do place an order as well. So I ended up spending around $140 total, okay? So that was $100 for the annual fee, and then to place an order I had to pay another $40, okay? So that was the only trade line that I really, or the net term account that I really actually paid for. I think that nowadays there's so many other sources that you really don't need to go that route and pay for them like that. So that's more than likely the only one that I'll be paying for. But again, I'll keep you guys posted. Check out my building business credit series. That way you always know what I'm doing with my business credit as well, and you can just kind of follow my footsteps, okay? So yeah, that's pretty much it on this video, guys. If you want more videos on how to build your business credit, things about like how to set up your EIN number, how to get a business phone number for really cheap or free, how to set up your professional email, things like that, I've shot videos on all these. I'll link to them down below, as well as my building business credit series that I've mentioned. I'll link to all those videos so you can check them out down in the description, okay? Now also, guys, I will say, make sure that you are throwing a like on this video if you found it valuable, so at least I know I'm going on the right track. And make sure you hit the subscribe button down below so you don't miss any of my future videos, okay? And lastly, comment down below any other questions that you might have, or issues, or questions, issues, or videos that you'd like to see me shoot as well, okay? I'll be responding to the comments for as long as I can. Alrighty, so that's gonna be it for this video, guys. I will see you at the next one.